Well, good morning, everybody. Jim Morris. I was like, you know what? I'm freaking wearing a hat too, brother. I'm going to wear a hat as well. I was just like, I saw it. So Wendy and I got this hat in Charleston. I'm not a very big hat guy, but when I saw Jim pull out his hat, I was like, you know what? I got a hat too, brother. I got a hat too, and I'm bringing my hat with me today. So if you got a hat on, just wear your hat. Chat, we got Chat's video working. We got his video working. He is ready to go. John Hart, what up, brother? I can't wait to hear John Hart's his podcast, him and Chad free. So good morning to everybody, guys. I'm just telling you this right now. Steve, Sherry, Jack, you're gonna want today's message, David, is what I feel is going to change somebody's life and how you run your day. Meaning the day will run you or you will run your day. And I want you all to lean in today because today is going to be a little bit more tactical than it's going to be anything else today. So I want you, if you got some notes, if you got a piece of paper and a pen to create notes, I'm telling you now, this is the show that could really change the way you do things. And when I woke up this morning, I asked God, I said, God, what is it I'm supposed to share with people today? And he put this inside of my heart, inside of my mind, and said, like, this is what you need to do. And so it's going to be a little bit different today. So just buckle up, buckle up. Julie, what up, Julie? It is good seeing Julie. I met Julie yesterday through Kathy. Where's Kathy? Kathy was on here. I was helping her out with something. She's like, Brock, I'm trying to work on my CRM. I'm trying to put this all together. And I was like, Kathy, I got a plan for you. I got a plan for you. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. We are going to get things started here. My name is Coach Brock Zevan, life coach, business coach, real estate coach, and a DAD. What up, Rob? It's good seeing Rob here too. A lot of you haven't seen your smiling faces. Come on video if you can come on video. Come on video if you come on video. Tanya is here. She was on my dials for dollars. It is good seeing her. Bethany, what up, girl? It's good seeing Bethany on here. Hunter, he's moving and shaking. Mike Kastner's got a full beard. I thought I had Santa Claus over here, but it is Mike Kastner. I was just double checking that to see. So, what up, James? So, guys, it has been a little bit of a DAD, kind of not so DAD because I don't have my kiddos, but we've had no school again today, and they're with their mother. So shout out to any parent who is the balancing act with school and kids and trying to. It's been tough sledding. No pun intended either, Steve. No pun intended on that. But it has been tough sledding, Monica, on like not having school. I have to say traffic is so much better though. There's like none of it, and it's so much easier getting around. So, chat, I've been really excited getting in and out of that. Um, so today's topic, I'm going to ask you guys to we're going to go to letters. Holy smokes, I said letters. I want you to put two R's in the chat if you're okay with me being raw and real today. I want to be raw and real. This is my personal life I'm about to share with you. And that's why I asked God, I'm like, are you sure I should put this out here? And it's not because I'm nervous about my personal life by any means. It's just sometimes when you share your schedule, your money, everybody has a different way of approaching it and looking at it. But it's the only way that I feel that I could be literally raw and real with you on what I'm going through right this very moment. I think Chad said it or Justine said it on Thursday that not everybody, that sometimes that when we speak on here and we come from authority, that we got it all figured out. And I got news for y'all. I got jack shit figured out right now, right in my life. I don't have a lot of clarity. And I want to know who else right now is struggling with clarity. Put a 5 in the chat if you right now are struggling with a little bit of some clarity issues on trying to figure out your next move, your next opportunity, having some self-doubt, I'm not too sure, maybe I should just maybe pivot and go in a different direction. That's why I did that post today, that the devil's 2 favorite words are give up. Because sometimes I'm like, damn, maybe I bit off more than I can chew. Maybe I really don't have the clarity that I need. Maybe I am that imposter that that I am truly that person. I start to believe that. All right, good. So I got some people on here that are in the same page with me. So first and foremost, thank you for allowing me to be raw and real. And I'm going to share with you some things that really have transpired in my life. But first and foremost, before we get into that, we got to do the affirmation. So while we are pulling up the affirmation, I want you to find your mute button, and unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. If you're driving, pull over. If you're screaming and yelling, just scream and yell first and then unmute yourself so you don't scare everybody. But I really want you to understand this today, that God is working through me this very moment to help somebody else out there in what I'm going through. So this is why this affirmation is so very important. And you are going to help somebody else out today. I know it because of what you're going through. So on the count of 3, I want you to really feel it inside of you. Say it from the inside out of this affirmation. 1, 2, and 3.
Something good is going to happen to me.
Something good is
Something
going
good
to
is
happen
going to happen through me.
Through me.
Just like it. There's always like that one person that wants to get that last through me part, that last tidbit in there. I love it. So double check your mutes all. Double check your mutes. If not, our team will find the mute buttons for you. What up, Manuel? So I'm going to try to put this in some order. Maybe that's why I have my hat to keep everything inside my head right now, because I got so many different things that are going through this. So I started to ask myself, am I willing to go under the hood? Am I willing to really break down what it is that I have, that I'm doing in my business and in my life and whatever it is that I have? So I started to look at every little thing, and I'm going to share with you guys, like I did this all weekend. I'm going to share with you a picture because maybe some of you really don't believe, like, what does this look like? It looks like this. So this is, I like to call it a waste of room, like the sitting room. This is Wendy's room. This is where they all get together. And I just transformed it. And I'm like, I got to figure out my life. I got to figure out what is going on with me so I can make some appropriate decisions. So I shared this with you all, that when you are figuring yourself out, this is not like, all right, let me just sit here and think about it. It is an in-depth look at what you have. Hence why you either have to have a coach, a mentor, or other people in your life that you can be like. In this case here, I asked Wendy, I said, could you help me break down my day? Could you help me find where I'm not really operating at a level that I need to operate at? And so I had to become really vulnerable and real, that I like to think that I got my SHIT all together. And I had to be honest with myself, like, you don't. And you're missing some certain parts. And for those that think that I'm like the most disciplined person in the world, I've learned I am until noon. So write this down. Where are you disciplined? Where are you disciplined? Maybe you're freaking rock solid at being disciplined sleeping. There's nothing wrong with that, but you got to find out where you're disciplined. And what happens, what I've learned is I'm disciplined in the conveniences of my life. I'm going to say that again. I'm disciplined in the conveniences of my life. Meaning, like, I have no problem. I don't mind waking up early. I don't mind going to the gym. I do this show. I don't mind doing this show. I get in, I do my calls. Like, I'm pretty regimented until about 11, 12:15. After that, the wheels start to fall off. And I start to get a little sidetracked. And I get a little bit like, oh, somebody just called me. Let me talk to them for a little bit. You know what? It's okay. I got to take the dogs out. You know what? While I take the dogs out, I'm going to go for a little bit of a longer walk because that seems to be a little bit more fun than some of the stuff that I have to do. And so I really want you to understand that you gotta break it down. You got to understand everything to the point now. I've actually have my new schedule. This is something that I just was studying, and I'm studying artificial intelligence at a very, very high level. That now, like, at some point, all this is how crazy your house is going to be. Your scale will talk to your refrigerator because the new refrigerators will have cameras in them. And the new refrigerators will know if you're out of something and if you're low in something. And if you're trying to remove something from the refrigerator that doesn't match your scale for the diet that you told your scale that you want to lose 7 pounds, it's going to make a noise and say you can't have that. Why? Because we aren't disciplined. We are losing our discipline because we are so distracted from many things in our life, and we choose to approach the distraction instead of the discipline. And so I had to start to look at this at a very, very small level. So the first thing that I do when it comes time for this, I want you to really examine, write this down. Where am I building habits? Where am I building habits? Where am I building habits? So the first thing that I tell people I'm building a habits, I always ask the infamous question, what time do you get up in the morning? What time do you get up in the morning? Now, guys, I get a lot of crazy answers on this. Usually it's this, Julie. Well, I know I'm supposed to get up at this time. I'm really trying, Chet, to get up at this time. Well, it just depends. Summertime's a little different because my kids don't have school. I see Chet on the video because he was telling me that he would have to rearrange his schedule to be on here because he goes swimming. And I was just like, well, that makes sense. Like, okay, you want to work out, and then he does loans in the lending world. So he's going to do this. Some of you are insurance world. So you want to get into this time period. Like, y'all have a set schedule, but things could change. And so I share this with you is like, where are you solid on your habits? And so what I first start to do when I'm looking at my schedule, I was like, you know what? I got to start building better habits in certain areas of my life. So I did this. Let me show this to you all, and maybe some of you want this. So what I do is I build habits that I will put me in a better direction. Some of you have already shared it with you, but this right here, I don't know if you could see it. I don't know if I can blow it up a little bit more. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Oh, here you go. So what I did was I created, I'll go to the top. And if you want this, just put, I don't know, just put 30 day, put 30 in the chat. But I created a 30-day reflection and affirmation on prayer. And each day I wanted certain things. I wanted a scripture reading, I wanted a reflection, and I wanted a daily affirmation. And I wanted this because I need to build a habit in another place, but I start with something really small so I can start to work on my brain to tell myself, okay, this is positive for you. This is going to put you in a better position. This is going to get your mind right, and it's going to be close to you spiritually. So if you want this, it's a 30-day, and I have my Bible right here. But this is important, all. because we forget to build small little habits and behaviors in our life, and we let the day ruin us and rule us. And next thing you know, we're like, shit, the whole day just went, what did I do today? Okay. This is very important. I don't care what it is you decide to do, but you have to be able to prove to yourself inside your brain that I can make disciplined habits and behaviors in my life. I can do this. And so I had to reframe certain things. So here's what took place in my life. I am struggling with the time period from 12:15 to 5:15. And so I said to myself, what is going on? So I started to break down that time period. So whatever it is, I've had more people tell me about time management and being pulled in so many different directions than I've had in a very long period of time. And I think there's a lot of distractions. Now it's the end of it just finished January. So I want to ask you a couple questions. How many transactions did you have last month? How many phone calls did you make? How many emails did you send out? How many text messages did you put out? How many vacations did you go on? How many days off did you take? And I want you to write these 2 words down. Not enough. Way to go, Echo. She knew it. Not enough. That's exactly what it was. And so I started to be like, you know what? Not enough. I did not do enough of that. And I started to put that in every single place. Now, somebody's over here is going to test that philosophy, and you certainly can. But how many of you on here want to grow in 2026? Put a 6 in the chat. How many of you want to grow in some capacity, in some way, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially? You're tired of living the life that you're living. You want to start taking, and you want to dominate. You want to have ownership of your life. You want to go on more vacations. You want to do all this stuff. How many of you are tired of playing small? How many of you are tired of having these limiting beliefs? And I too was the same way. And I was just like, I want to do something more. But you don't know it until you start diving deeper into it. And that's why I tell you all that you got to look at yourselves and you got to talk to somebody. I don't care if it's Jim, Sherry, Julie, Rob, Michelle, Jared, Jill, whoever it is. I would be screenshotting every freaking person. There's 64 people on here. 63. Who the hell left? Who left? Who left? Fine. Screenshot it. Be like, I want to talk to that person. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's Chet. Maybe it's Castner. Maybe it's David. Maybe it's Dee. Maybe it's Justine or Jim. I don't know. We talk about relationships. But if you're not doing enough, today's the day to start. So mine was on Friday, and I was pissed. I was like, I can't, I'm not growing. I seem to be working harder, but not making enough money. I'm not working smarter. I'm freaking working harder. And so Wendy and I started to break it down. So the first thing that I'm going to share with you all is I want you to write down this. How many income streams do you have? Now, don't start going to negative Nelly and be like, well, Brack, I only have one. You have more than one. You just don't realize it. Okay. So when I share this with you all, I'm just being open because I told you I was going to be raw and real. This is not to be like, whoa, I'm just being honest with y'all because this is what I had to do. So basically what took place is I had to break down my financial goals for 2026. And I wanted to be able to say, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I want to make in the areas of my life. And basically what it came down to from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have 7 streams of income. The 7 streams of income and the total comes out to $70,683 a month is what I got to bring in. What is your number? What is it that you need to do, that you want to do, that your goals are getting to do, and that this is what you got? So what took place once I had that, I was just like, well, damn, I'm going to have to rearrange some things. I'm going to have to start looking at my schedule. And so I had to break it down because now I know my income streams were. I didn't know what the percentages were. So real estate was $36,000 a month. Well, my book is $1,000 a month. So Jim's a really smart guy. I'm pretty sure that I probably should not spend 99% of my time trying to sell my book to make $1,000 when I'm making $36,000 a month in real estate. All you need to break your stuff down. If you need help with this, I want you to put ME in the chat. Be honest, be vulnerable. I needed help. I showed you what my living room looked like. I needed help to understand what the hell I had going on because there's no way I can make $815,196 on the plan that I'm on. Yes or yes? And some of us are on the same plan over and over and over again, thinking that I'm going to get a different result. And I was tired of it. If I'm going to make 7 figures, the plan I'm on sucks. And honest with you, I sucked in the afternoons. Until you have that conversation in the mirror, you're going to be on the same damn plan, getting the same damn money. And let's just be honest. Put a 7 in the chat if I'm talking to somebody right now. Put a 7 in the chat if I'm talking to somebody like, holy smokes, was he just in my head? How does he know this? Because I'm living it. And it's important to understand that there's somebody else who's doing the same thing, who's got the same goals and dreams, and they're struggling too, but you learn from it. So this is what I did. I'll go to my other piece of paper over here. So then I had to spend, and this took me about 3 hours to do. This isn't fun all. So I came in and I was just like, I need to break down my day even at another level. So I'll give you kind of the big version of it, but like there's Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Where's Jared and Hunter and Jay and Robert? We're all my people who I have make you do your schedules. How many of you on here, I BITCH and say, where's your schedule? I don't make this up to be like, oh, just do your schedule so you have something. Like I literally do this all. I guarantee John does stuff in the military. I guarantee you when he's doing that, everything is down to a science, to a T. Every single thing is precise. And so what I started to do, when I tell you to write your schedule out every 30 minutes, I'm personally doing it myself. I'm breaking it down. The missing ingredient that Wendy and I then went again yesterday for an hour. Her son Duncan was in the other room and Duncan goes, is everything okay in here? I was just like, yes, we're just very like, I'm thick-headed. I'm hard-headed. But what I'm really, really good at is executing and getting pissed about the lack that I have. And I want to freaking win really bad. How many of you want to win? Put win in the chat. Put win in the chat right now if you're freaking ready to win, because I could freaking bust through walls right now, all because I want to win. I want to win so effing bad that I can taste it. I can see it. You got to visualize it. You got to look at it and be like, that is what I freaking want right there, right now. I can just almost touch it. And that's what I want. It was so intense. And I'm normally an early bird. I started going in and Michelle, right, has helped me so much. She has no idea. Her and Frank, I'm halfway done my 3rd book. I had 0 books 2 years ago, 0 books. But I'm going to help somebody. I want to win. And a lot of you on here want to win. But you got to freaking understand where your flaws are. You got to start understanding that not enough is what's going to take you and grow you. Don't be satisfied with the taste that's in your mouth that I got 4 deals. Because if you want to live the lifestyle that you want to live and do the things that you want to do, you know what the greatest gift that the VAs, my family in the Philippines said to me? They have no idea. They said, Brock, you gave us a once in a lifetime vacation. When I came down there, not down there, way over there. I think it was 27 hours on a plane. And I was like, what? I said, you know what? I'm going to change that. It's not going to be a once in a lifetime. We are going to start to build something that you can go on more once in a lifetime vacations. Because at a certain point, you start to think that the amount of money you make is not what it's all about anymore. Jim Rohn says it best. Being rich is easy. It's the person you're becoming that makes it amazing. Because they can't take that away from you. They can take your money. I've had the IRS in my bank account They could take it, strip it right from you. But they can't take the person I am. They can't take what I know. They can't take what's in my head. They can't take my heart. And when you get me fired up, Mike Castor knows this. I'm freaking a beast. And I'm not a very good person to be around unless you're in my circle. Because I will not stop until I get what my goals are. And I challenge you, how many of you are ready? I want you to type in all in. If you are ready today to take yourself to the next level, whatever it might be, I want you to see if you are all in and being completely immersed into this. Be like, I'm tired of being tired and I'm ready to be all in. And if that's you, then I need you to get in touch with me or somebody else. I don't care who it is. Be like, I need to be around that. Because I'm telling you right now, the goals that you see on here, are they big? Are they audacious? 3 times I got to make $100,000 a month this year. And it's going to come in different sides. The devil's going to come to you in different ways And I've already had a couple people, well, when are you going to do it? It doesn't look like you're on that path now. When's your first month? How's your business looking? And I'm like, oh, you have no idea what you're stirring up in me. I love it though. Because that's what I lean in for. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got That is what I got. If you got something out of today, put a 5 in the chat. Put a 5 in the chat. If you got something out of today, when we get done, putting all the 5. See, Jim, this hat. I don't know, Jim. This hat made me do a lot of crazy things over here. I didn't even know where I was going to go with half the conversation. So hopefully I was able to motivate you, inspire you in some capacity, break down your format. If I can help you with time management, when it's all said and done with Grace, could you make sure you put my contact, all my contact information, my cell phone, you can personally reach out to me. You can go through DMs, whatever it might be. If you're like, I want to break this down, we're going to have it on my YouTube video. Go to my YouTube channel, go to the Brock Zvan's Mindset Motivational Facebook page, go into that. Whatever it is, I'm here to help you, whatever capacity it might be. No, there's no like, he's going to charge you $5,000. No, I'm not going to charge you $5,000. It's going to be like $4,980. Okay. No, I'm not charging anything. Guys, I just want you to freaking win. I appreciate you all. Thank you guys so very much. Reach out to me. I love you guys. I want you guys to have a great Tuesday. I'll see you guys Wednesday. tomorrow morning, we start off a new month. We got Chris Reshitar is going to be with us at 8:15 Eastern time. If you like today's show, invite somebody else to the show. Guys, I appreciate it all. Yeah, make sure you screenshot. Way to go, Kathy. Some of you did the screenshots. All right, all. Love yous. See ya.